All right. And we're back for another two-step video. Like the title says, because I'm probably gonna make it the title. Back with another two-step video, and I need to find my tripod quick to put this camera on. Give me a second. Works. After everything I did to this car, I'm still like I'm almost like most excited about those hood dampers. I don't know why. Simple stuff. After careful thought, I finally decided I'm going to email the tuner and get a more aggressive two-step map because I'm never going to actually use it as intended. You're actually supposed to use a two-step as, well, two-step launch control, kind of the same thing as just to hold the correct revs, so when you launch your car, you're at the correct like RPM to get like minimal tire spin and maximum acceleration. But I'm probably never going to use that. I don't really plan on like drag racing anyone or trying to set records drag racing, other than just like maybe eventually going to the drag strip and like getting a couple passes, and I'm not trying to set any records. I have the map on the computer. I'm gonna load it into the ECU if I could figure out how the hell to do it again, because I just kind of like clicked some buttons before last video, and then I got it loaded in. So I'm gonna have to click around a little bit and see if I got it working. A little update on the CD5 dash. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but it almost seems like the page button gets stuck, and that's what makes the screen flip to the next pages. Like if I flip it kind of up and then hit this, like smack the side of it, it like kind of unlodges the button and stays on the screen, because when I test drove it, it didn't change screens on me. So, before I load this map on, go check out the other video right up here. Or should I move here? Right up here. See how the two-step is? That is a usable two-step. You would actually want something more like that if you were actually using it as a two-step / launch control. Not that it's safe on the car or whatever. That's usable. That's kind of how you want a two-step. It's almost like anyone familiar with the Subarus, the Cobb access port, you could set up a launch control on it depending on your RPMs. It's kind of like the same, but I don't think it's as fast. In the last video, if you go check it out, it was a really fast one. I'll actually leave another clip here. That's how a two-step is. Let's load this map on. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna shut up now. And load it on. Don't need a fuel pump on. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it, but right now we're gonna see what those values are as to the new one, and then I guess if you want to set one up yourself, if you know how to do the stuff, which I don't, you could copy these. Alright, so I got the map loaded on. Those limits all look the same to me, unless it's changed somewhere else. So I'm just gonna, I could be filming this right now as a complete waste, so I'm just gonna turn the car on and let it warm up and then try it out. Alright, so like I said, I think it's the same map. We're gonna send it anyway. Let's try it. Okay, it's not the same map, and I might need to send it a little more and get the pow pow. I'm gonna stay on it a little bit longer. A little nervous. Let's try it one more time. Alright, so let's close this up. I'm not going to end this video on this one. We're going to end it on a good two-step. Spoke with the tuner. He's in Hawaii right now tuning, so on a different time schedule, but he's going to take another look at the map when he gets a chance, and then he's going to try to send me another one just to confirm. He adjusted something, and apparently he gave me anti-lag instead of gunshots. So no big deal. We got it fixed. It's just a matter of reloading a different map on the ECU and warming up the car and trying it again. So we're gonna come back to this video when this is shooting flames. Hopefully. See you in a little bit. And we're back. So I don't remember where we exactly left off in the other video. It was like the earlier part of this video. It was like a week or maybe more than a week ago. But the tuner got back to me, got another map. Got the computer right here, gonna load it in a minute, and then we're gonna check it out. One thing I'm coming to the realization with before I load this map in is I don't really care if this two-step works that good, because I'm never really gonna use it. It's a cool thing to have just to like show off, but like never really gonna use it. So if this map isn't what I'm looking for, I have 3 maps then to choose from, and I'll just choose whichever one I like the best, which I guess it's not that big of a deal. I was talking with someone on YouTube. He sent me a link to how to program the two-step yourself for gunshots. May look into that. I don't know. It kind of scares the shit out of me to do it myself for whatever reason, even though you're just changing something that has nothing to do with like the actual tune of the car. We'll see. We'll look into that eventually. But it's cold. I really don't feel like being out here, but I want to check out this map. Got some parts that need installing, but I'm probably not going to do that today. Probably get it. Maybe we'll get around to starting it tomorrow or the next day. Let's load this map on. And so the map's loaded on. There's the two-step settings. I believe there's like another. I actually don't know how to get to it, but there's another section of this menu that you could mess with other stuff. Because I believe that's what he did last time. But let me open the garage door. Start this car up and let it warm up for a little bit, because the oil temp is only 44 degrees and it's got to be a lot warmer than that. Alright, the limiter is set high. Gonna have to rev the shit out of it. Check it in a second. Let me warm up a couple more minutes. Alright, so I'm gonna try this out. I gotta rev the shit out of it. The rev limiter is set a little high. Nervous about it. See if it works, and I don't know. Here goes nothing. So I loaded the original. Let me close this up. I loaded the first map I got back on it just for actually, so it sounds like two-step. Leaving it like that for now. I'm cool with that for right now. I learned how to change some of the settings in the program, so maybe I will, if I find a cool setting online somewhere, maybe I'll change it myself. But for now, I'm cool with that. I may have burnt a little oil on that last one. I think I smelt it, but keep your fingers crossed that there was none. I mean, we'll see it in the video together, but that's something I'm definitely going to keep my eye on. And yeah, so once again, we're back with the original two-step. The last map he sent me was kind of the same as the first one. Alright, so I don't know where I left off with the other videos, because it's been ongoing process with this two-step on this car. I'm kind of over it at this point. I don't really care if I have the crazy two-step, because I probably won't use it. Like I've been saying, I probably won't use it that often anyway. But I did attempt to program one myself. I don't know how the hell it's going to work out. The way I left it was the regular, normal rev limiter two-step that kind of sounded like a Honda Civic type deal. It was just like boom, 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 boom. Gonna try to load the new map on that I made, and then we'll start it up and hit the two-step, and then we're probably gonna leave it the way it is. Like the way I'm thinking of it, the other maps I had that were kind of like the anti-lag type deal, maybe if I stayed on it for a little while, it might eventually start popping and cracking, but I just want that
initial like hit it and pow pow pow. So let me load this on and then we'll check it out again. And this will probably be the last time I mess with this. Just an FYI, unless someone can specifically tell me change this to this, and we're gonna leave it like that. I was doing a little bit of reading at the time. This was probably over a month ago. I don't even know how much of these parameters I did change, but let's load this map on, start it up, and hit that two-step. And this video is so far into the future. I have a completely different dash setup in the car, so I guess go check those out. Go check those videos out too. Got all my other stuff working, new button for it and whatnot. If you even care, I don't remember if I even mentioned that earlier in the video. We'll know together when I'm editing this. All right, so I think I have it loaded on. Not even sure if it's loaded on properly. This is a map I messed with when I was in the house, and then I just left the tuning software open from however long ago. I think I just loaded it on the ECU. Gonna start the car up, let it warm up a little bit more, because this is continuation from one of these other videos. I'm dressed exactly the same if you couldn't tell. Gonna let it warm up a little bit, and then we're gonna hit the two-step, and that's where we're leaving it. Let it start, let it warm up a little bit, and then we'll hit it. All right, so it's warmed up. This is, like I was just saying, this is gonna be the last attempt. If anything, I'll just load it back to the other one, but this is where we're gonna leave it. Or maybe I'll just leave it, I don't really care. Cross your fingers for me. Let's try it out. Better. I'm probably just gonna leave it there and that's it. All right, so that's like I said, that's where I'm leaving it. I will show you my settings on here if you want to duplicate it yourself. These are all the settings I did. I'm not completely sure on which ones I have to change to make gunshots, but I was a lot more aggressive with this, so I'm cool with it. I'm leaving it like that for now. Eventually I might change it back. Eventually I might change it to try to make it gunshots. No, for sure, that one you could change to whatever you want to use. I wired my switch because I wanted a button. I don't really have a clutch switch at all, so I wired this button because I'm never going to use it as an actual launch control two-step thing. I wired it to switch one on the ECU. You could wire it to numerous other ones, but that one I know you can change, no issue. All right, so getting back to the, let's angle you guys down a little bit here so you get the, what you want to see, the engine, and not me. So getting back to this whole two-step thing. Oh God, coronavirus. Getting back to the whole two-step thing, all those other iterations, versions, attempts you saw, I wanted to get my true first-time reaction. That's why I filmed them all, not knowing if they were going to work at all or not. The first one was very standard two-step, coming from like having a WRX with the Cobb access port. It's basically the same two-step as that, just the rev limiter, whatever. The other two, to me they sounded the same. Maybe if I held them for longer, held it down for longer, it might start popping and cracking. But it was more like a anti-lag that was like spooling up the turbo. So now this version, I think it's like V4 now. That I programmed myself. I did a little reading on the internet. I forgot everything that I read about it. I kind of used a setting that someone else used, but I don't even know if theirs were popping and cracking either. But the way it turned out is a lot more aggressive, and I'm gonna leave it like that for now because I kind of like it the way it is. Popping and cracking cool, but that one sounded really cool too. I might eventually change it if I could figure out how to make it more aggressive, but it's staying like that for now. So, once again, thank you for joining me on this video of my trials and errors. Try to be honest with you guys about everything that we do here. This is where we ended up. So, am I 100% happy with it? No, I'm not 100% happy with it, but I am pretty happy with it. Want you guys to join me on the next one. Hopefully, we could do some sort of like cruising or whatever with this whole national issue going on right now. Hopefully, we all don't get locked down. just wash your damn hands, and don't forget to disinfect your phones, because I guarantee a lot of you probably aren't doing that, or your car keys, I guess. If you're feeling sick, reach out to someone and make sure you don't have it. So thanks for joining me on this month or possibly more than month-long expedition to get a cool sounding two-step. That's where we ended up, and that's where we're staying, and thanks for joining me. If you have any other stuff to change, parameters or whatever, get at me in the comments. You could always DM me on Instagram too. That's down there in the description too. I'll see you on the next one, and peace out. Bang, bang.